Let me tell you something. What Papoose went wrong at was showing Remy Ma too much love. Too much love. She's from the Bronx, fam. And I used to reside in the Bronx, so I know what I'm talking about. She's from the Bronx. It's pretty much the slums, the ghettos, the hoods, the projects, where the grimy and slimiest people you could ever come across reside at. No disrespect, I love the Bronx. But it's dirty, it's filthy, it's all of the above. It's grimy, it's gritty, it's hardcore. There's no heart, felt feelings, none of that. And look, Papoose from Brooklyn. So they similar, but Brooklyn a little bit different, but they similar to the Bronx. You know? I don't know who's more grimy, but I'm gonna go with the Bronx. Brooklyn's grimy, but they like smile in your face grimy. And then they stab you in the back. But the Bronx, man, it's the slums, man. It's filthy, it's grimy, it stinks, it's dirty, it's trash everywhere. That's the Bronx, man. So that kind of poverty, what do you think you're gonna get out of it? People that trying to get over on using other people or trying to manipulate them. I like to call them life suckers. They're energy vampires. They suck the life out of you, get everything they need, and little by little, if you don't pay attention to their moves and actions, they're preparing an exit strategy, whether it's friendship or lover, when they're going to eventually cut you off or allow you, force your hand to cut them off. Or there'll be a situation where the cutoff happens on its own. And then you finally be like, all right, I'm done with you. And then you out. Then they good. All right, cool. Nobody got hurt? All right, good. See, there was a girl, people said she passed away. I don't know. But there was a chick that said she grew up with Remy Ma. She used to hang out with Remy Ma. And she predicted how Remy Ma was going to play Papoose. When I find a video, I'm definitely going to play it on here. Papoose should have knew better, man. But he was in love, man. He really loved Remy Ma. I truly believe he really loved her. And I don't think he ever cheated on her. I think he was loyal to the soil from the rip all the way till now. But it's unfortunate he chose the wrong woman. And then I'm getting word that he wanted, they had a child together. He wanted another child, and she might not have wanted that. I don't know how true that part is, but I think there's some validity. She just shed some pounds. I don't know if she went through surgery, but she lost some weight, if y'all notice. See, and that's the key moments. Those just the telltale signs I meant to say that Papoose should have been paying attention to. She came from prison. She wasn't that slim. She getting her teeth done. She getting her weight up out of here. I don't see her bleaching her skin like Rihanna, but just look at all the plays that all the moves she's making. She got her own league. She doing this. She back with Fat Joe. She's doing that, doing it. You gotta watch all of that, fam. Because in the end, you're gonna be like, why didn't I pay attention to them signs? Exactly. She was making her move. She had an exit strategy probably when she first came home. Like, all right, I'm gonna be with him for a couple of years. And then I'm gonna cut him off at this point. And look at that, easy to block, look just like him. She got a dude who pretty much is like mimicking him in a way, allegedly, but he had the whole Papoose look. I was like, and I noticed that. I don't know if everybody picked on it. I'm like, why is this dude? He kind of like looking like Papoose, but bruh, you can never be Papoose, ever. Dude, he put in work, man. When K Slade was here, Papoose did his thing. He really did. All them DVDs, I remember that. I remember them days. Smack DVDs. Excuse me. All them DVDs. And then I finally got a chance to meet homie. It wasn't that much of a good experience, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, man. He didn't really know his woman like he thought he did. Can you imagine that? You lay up with this person every day. Y'all in the bed together. This is how scary this stuff is, bro. That's why you gotta know your woman, man. You gotta really know who you are getting involved with, because you could be sleeping with the enemy and not even know it. I've been there, done that. What Papoose going through, I already been through that. It just wasn't publicized. Let's get to this article. Vibe. I believe this is Vibe. Yeah, Vibe.com. Papoose reveals his approach to making martial decisions. If I said that word wrong, forgive me. With Remy Ma, Papoose has shared his insight into what makes a strong and happy marriage, which he believes comes down to a husband's willingness to compromise and have trust and respect for his wife's perspective. The Brooklyn native recently appeared on the debut episode of Cash's Life and Madame Nori's, new video series, Listen to Black Men, which was released on Friday, May 5th. During the sit-down, which included several other black media personalities, professionals, and entertainers, Papoose argued that marriage isn't a dictatorship and can only work for the long term if a husband's partner is liberated themselves. When you get married, you take wedding vows, the former mixtape phenom offered. He has to honor his queen. If she disagrees with something, he has to take her perspective into consideration going forward. He can't just totally disregard her point of view. He concluded his sentiment by echoing the popular phrase, happy wife, happy life. Hold on, let me see. Scroll down. The Remy Dream rapper also addressed the dynamic between himself and his wife. Rapper Remy Ma, who is also an actress and often works with men as part of her profession. According to Papoose, Remy's interactions with other men doesn't affect him or their relationship. Red flag number one. Well, actually, happy wife, happy life is number one. This is number two. But then again, I get it. But to a degree, as he's able to separate reality from fiction. As he's able to separate reality from fiction. Or is he able to separate reality from fiction? Maybe now, but it's too late. It's just a job, he told the co-host. Was it just a job with Easy? No disrespect. Because I actually met Papoose, so y'all could miss me. It's not like I'm talking about somebody that I never even met. I'm not some of you bloggers out there. It's just, and I have a picture with me and him, so miss me with that. It's just a workplace. I would never feel insecure about that, he added. You never heard of Work Bay? I see a couple of them now. A lot of these jobs that I have worked at and work at, like, it's always a work day, depending on the woman, the caliber of the woman, because some women are loyal to the soil. He added, we talking about a situation where everybody is being respectful, respectable, and doing their job and keeping it moving. Yeah, they wasn't just keeping it moving though. They was keeping it something else. No disrespect. I told you these articles be so short. Hold on. Okay, now let's go to this other article. Cameras rolling, please. Why the saying happy wife, happy life could be dangerous for your marriage. This is at Regain. I'm going to leave the link to this in the description box. There can be a lot of benefits to having a happy marriage. So, knowing that you want a happy marriage in life, you must try to figure out how to make it happen. Many people believe the saying happy wife, happy life, but is there any truth to it? While this phrase may be said with pure or comical intentions, black people created that line. It could also be detrimental to a stable, happy marriage. Exactly. We could end the show right there. I didn't make this article up, y'all. But we both echoing the same talking points. Where did the saying happy wife, happy life come from? Good question. But I believe it came from us. You know how we roll. We got flavor. You know, we come up with the catchiest catchphrases. We're just talented like that. We're gifted. I'm going to take a swig of this water. Hold on. Let's keep this thing rolling. I'm just mad it's not alkaline, but it's water. It's good. I didn't have time to go pick up some alkaline. Maybe next time. Let's continue. No one seems to know where the... I hate some of these words. I don't know this word. I don't know how to say that word. Happy wife, happy life came from. Some early mentions of it comes from plays, and many people believe it started from a real estate ad. Whoa. Interesting. I gotta do a deep dive on that one. Really? While we might not ever really know where it came from, there's no denying that many people believe it to be true. Oh, wait a minute. Is it from that dude who's like, he does the All-State stand, or whatever he called? He was in that movie Waiting to Exhale? I wonder if it came from him. Because I don't know, he gives me those vibes. You know what I'm saying? All-State something. I wonder. While we might not ever really know where it came from, there's no denying that. That if a wife is happy, they'll be more willing to help their spouse achieve happiness. Maybe they'll go out of their way to assist or serve their spouse or have an improved mood that makes them more enjoyable to be around. A Rutgers study found what they believe is proof that is true. They questioned couples on their overall happiness levels within their marriage and other areas of their lives. They found a correlation between the two for both the husband and the wife. However, they also found that if the husband were sick, the wife's happiness level declined more. And the saying didn't appear to be true for the husband. Quite ironic. The danger of this saying as a wife, if you believe that this statement, happy wife, happy life, is true, you might think that you can use it as an excuse to be selfish and get your way. Exactly. If you and your spouse are in a disagreement over something, you could try to use this to sway them on why they should give in to you so you can be happy. Yo, let me tell you something. Only beta males is gonna jack this here philosophy. Moving on. This might seem like a wise idea for the time being, but if you continue to do this to your spouse, you might experience consequences. Yeah. And man, the list goes on. And she's gonna really be a narcissist. It's gonna skyrocket. She's gonna think she's the queen and everything she walk on is gold. And she can do no wrong. Even when she does do wrong, because nobody's perfect. If your spouse continually gives into your wishes or demands, they may become resentful over time. While you might be happy, they might not be. And this can lead them into feeling bitter. They might also begin to see you as selfish, that they should, which can erode your connection. Eventually, if you're only focused on your own happiness, your spouse may feel that they could find someone else more giving. Yep, exactly. The danger of this saying as a spouse. If you believe this saying as a spouse, you might begin to blame your wife for your state of contentment. Believing that your wife is responsible for how happy you are can cause you to blame them if you aren't happy with your life. This can put a lot of pressure on your wife to try to keep you happy. The more pressure you put on them, the less happy they may become. In turn, you might also experience less happiness. Your wife is hard to please. You may begin to feel poorly about yourself or develop low self-esteem. You might even start start to resent them. Become interested in finding someone who was easier to please. Didn't it just echoed that earlier, like 2-3 paragraphs up. Further, consider situations in which your wife isn't happy, but you are happy in many other areas of your life. If you think that a happy wife is responsible for the other areas of your life, you might steal some of your own happiness simply because your wife isn't happy. Boy, it's taking you onto a tailspin, right? Onto a little journey. This belief could cause you to be unhappier in your job or hobbies because you are too focused on your wife's happiness. Wow. It's natural for someone to want their wife to be happy. Of course, it doesn't mean that they should give up their own happiness, exactly, if they are struggling with theirs. Keeping a positive attitude and encouraging one's wife to seek happiness in their own could help both spouses move forward. What to do instead? Many things can, and shout out to this person who did this. At least this article is a little bit longer. I like it when it's a little bit long. Them other ones was just so short, small, and to the point, and then that's it. It's over. We out. I don't like that. What to do instead? Many things can impact the level of one's happiness. While your spouse can play a role in how happy you are with your life, they aren't in control of it. Yeah, that's true. When you put someone else's mood and behavior in control of how your life goes, you are giving up freedom that is rightfully yours. Exactly. You made yourself a slave to them. Your spouse is a human being. They're going to have good days and they're going to have bad days. It's not their job to make you happy in your life. So instead of focusing on happy wife, happy life, here are some things that you can do instead. And then it says take responsibility for your happiness and so on and so forth. Okay, so we got it in a nutshell. It's too long to be reading all that. Right? I don't want to bore y'all. Excuse me. So pretty much the bottom line is this. Both parties involved should make each other happy. But the woman, which a lot of y'all don't want to hear this, was designed to be the man's helpmeet or helpmate. Creator created your existence for you to help the man to get to the next level. That's your job. So every woman who wants a man, who claims, well, the Lord gonna send me a man. No, he's not. Anyway, when the creator, if he has chosen you to be that man's woman, it's your job. Everything. I'm not saying the world revolves around him, but it's about him, ladies. You have to make him happy and you have to satisfy him. And that's the problem with today's world. Everything is upside down and backwards. And what these brothers in the manosphere and the red pills, the blue pills, the purple pills, all the pills, what they're trying to do is they're trying to shake the world up and have the world on pause and think for a second. Now let's reverse all of this stuff that Satan has reversed, because it was moving the way it was supposed to, but then it got switched backwards. That's why there's no more successful black families anymore. Show me where they at. On your block, where you live, in your hood, your community, wherever you at, do you see a happy black family? I'm talking about a brown-skinned brother, brown-skinned woman, and they have a bunch of brown-skinned babies. Do you see that? They have destroyed the dynamics of that. They separated the black man and the black woman from each other, and then they hit them with this indoctrination and ideologies to make them go head on and head, collision, at war with each other. And we have been breaking from that spell ever since. We haven't, ever since the days of slavery. And we can go and go and go so deep into that, but not right now. We're at each other's throats, at each other's necks. Will we ever unite in this lifetime? I'll leave that for y'all to decide. Do y'all think we would ever unite as a people? Do you think, quote unquote, black families will make a comeback? Or it's over, it's done? But yeah.